Yes, we had this. At one point, we had a Stairway to Heaven, but alphas being what they are, it kind of halfway dissolved. You can see we're just missing. You can kind of see that we're just kind of missing bits and chunks of it.
I'm being loved by a cat.
And see, he's putting him back now, but it's still one of those things.
It happens.
Yeah,
Really.
alphas being what they are. And you
And
haven't
again,
tried.
for an
Okay, fair enough.
alpha, this is pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. This is a lot better than what a lot of people would actually put up on Steam and call it early access. And good God, their Discord community is busy.
It's a good sign, right?
Oh yeah, that's a really good sign. Their Discord community is massive.
Good on you, game developers.
And also, if you see what I'm doing here, I've got carrots with me. So these bunnies with the hearts above their heads are ones that I've come by every day and given food to. If you can manage to do this with any wild animal that you can feed, like the bunnies, there is a cat somewhere in this world, or just various animals. I don't think ducks have been implemented as catchable yet. I think they're close to that.
Yeah, I think last time we tried to pet a duck, though, it
Yeah.
completely crashed.
So basically, you see how it has an empty heart over its head until I feed it, then it's a full heart. That's a new addition, a kind of visual, distinguishing thing that says, hey, you were feeding this thing,
Hey,
which is nice. But basically, if you feed it like that for 7 straight days and you don't miss any, because if you miss a day in that 7, it resets back to 0. On the 7th day, the animal will actually follow you back home. You can also pet rabbit. You can also pet the bunny. So I think there's one more bunny out here I haven't fed today.
and you were gonna mention like your thoughts on the whole live action Lion King?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't have a problem with it.
Really?
Really. It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me in the least that they want to remake. Cat takes 5 fish total? So over 5 days, huh? Or 5 fish every time. I will go on record as saying that with the Lion King, especially, ooh, God, that's creepy. It looks creepy to me.
I don't understand why they're doing it. Like, I mean, okay, doing like the thing is like, how I explain? Like they did Dumbo, and my problem with that was they seemed to focus on the humans, and there was like no human focus in the original movie.
Yep.
That kind of bothered me. Like, okay, I understand removing the crows. The crows were technically racist, even though they're the ones that gave Dumbo the totem object to give him the.
I mean, why do you think we called it Jim Crow laws?
Yeah, but
that's
But at the same time, they could have like come up with like a better way of doing that in a live action movie to make it a little more PC without having it be like humans or something.
There's the rabbit I was missing. I'm going to find you at some point.
So like I grew up on that movie, so and I obviously never got the racist overtones much later. I saw the Crows as like a bunch of balls who were actually way smarter than they looked and how to help Dumbo get his confidence. That's what I thought of them as. I didn't see them as a racist stereotype. Then again, I was like 7 years
Yeah.
old. But even then, the humans played no role in Dumbo's life. Except it's like,
They took his mother away from him.
yeah, like nothing positive. Like, it was animal.
They made a hell of a lot of fun of him.
So did all the animals. That's what I mean, though.
Well, the animals didn't even really mess with Dumbo all that much. Really?
Well, they got
The other elephants were snobby as hell, but really?
Yeah.
The rest of the animals, except for the mouse, really didn't do too much with him.
Yeah, but he didn't have humans helping him like they by in the live action movie. I think that's what's bothering me. It's like, dude, that's not how the movie worked.
And then there was, what, the Jungle Book?
I did not see that one.
I didn't either.
Beauty and the Beast, I think, is supposed to be the worst of them because, like, the acting was so bad.
Oh god, yeah, from what I've heard, Beauty and the Beast is absolutely abominable.
That's why I'm a little against, like, these live-action remakes, because why are you doing this? They
Money.
don't need...
Money.
Yeah, money.
Money.
But they don't need to be remade. They really don't. Like, like, Maleficent, I understood. It wasn't just they remade Sleeping Beauty. They took
No, they told a whole new story.
a different perspective. But
I mean, they actually made Maleficent somewhat sympathetic.
But again, that I understood. That made sense to me.
It's kind of like the musical Wicked.
Yes, which I love.
And I've still never been able to actually see. Just, I've heard the music and all that, but, you know.
It's really good.
So I've heard. But I've never been able to actually see it because, well, it's never really been around here.
The advantage of living near the city. New York City, for those wondering.
Yeah. Well, so you have freaking Broadway near you.
Yeah. So I got to see like the new Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Wicked, Les Miserables, Phantom of the Opera.
Which,
Cats.
speaking of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, kind of an interesting little note. I saw a post going around Tumblr that, I mean, the intentions of the post, I can't speak to why the post actually came into existence, but there was a whole long post about why Violet Beauregard should have won.
The thing is, I understand that for the original movie, the one with Gene Wilder, because
Yeah.
her major flaw was literally
Chewing
she
gum.
chewed gum.
That's it.
I
was seeing that too.
The new movie, she had a massive competitive streak.
Yeah.
They gave her a legitimate flaw. The musical, same thing. She was just like a little starlet who liked chewing gum. So maybe and yes, the musical actually modernized it a little bit, but it was still really good. They also made Veruca Salt Russian, which I thought was hilarious. especially since I was married to a Russian at the time.
Yeah. So many flowers I can't do anything with right now because my inventory is full. Is your game still behaving normally there?
Looks like.
Okay.
Sorry, I was literally like,
Because
in the middle of
Anonymous
this-
apparently ran into something and he had to reboot.
Yeah. My game seems okay. Creepy chicks and ants.
I should really head back to town. Or, well, the farm. And I'm kind of worried about Anonymous there. He hasn't made it back in the game yet.
The KGB revived and came for him.
There he is.
There he is. As soon as I said that.
What was
yeah,
the old joke I heard? Yeah, there was that kind of reminds me of a very, very old joke. That was like 60s era joke. Where, because US versus USSR propaganda was extremely high because, well, that's kind of how it was back in the day.
Yeah. All your bad guys back then were Russian for some reason.
Yeah. Because Russia was the seat of communism, and that was bad against capitalism. You don't
And
want to
then
be
when
one of
they-
those godless commie heathens, do you?
And then when all the 80s kids grew up, they
Yeah,
all
we had to
wanted
make
date
a Middle
the bad-
Eastern.
No. When the 80 kids grew up, they wanted to date the bad guys because they liked the accents.
Yep.
So that completely backfired.
So they made the bad guys Middle Eastern.
Or undead. Undead's usually safe. At least for now. But what's the old joke?
So, a couple people lived in the USSR. I should restart quickly? It's possible. But I don't want to lose progress made today. So I'm going to end the day. Okay.
I beat. Dramatic walk, really?
Give it a second here.
Technical difficulties, folks. Isn't live streaming fun? Why?
Yeah, I'm going to let it sit here. I'm going to look up the joke because there are a couple of nuances.
Meanwhile, I do remember the Cold War. Again, I'm 36 years old, so I kind of grew up at the tail end of it. And, God, sometimes, me and my friends will sometimes watch, old nostalgic things, because, each of us have a different form of nostalgia, because we're all different ages. So when the really stupid 80s things come on, the youngins will yell at me what? I remember that. You grew up with it? Yes. That's messed up. I'm well aware. Although, by the way, Dragonis absolutely adores the Energizer Bunny. Yes, I'm calling you out, Dragonis.
So one day, the phone rings at KGB headquarters, back in the 1960s. Hello? Hello, is this the KGB? Da. I'm calling to report my neighbor, Herschel Yankovitz. He's enemy of state. He's hiding undeclared diamonds in his firewood. This will be noted. The next day, the KGB sends their hoodlums to Herschel's tiny house. Out back, in the shed, they violently break every piece of firewood in their search of contraband. They find nothing. Angry and cursing, they leave. 10 minutes later, the phone rings at Herschel's house. Hello, Hirsch. Did the KGB show up? They just left. Did they chop up your firewood? They certainly did. Good, now it's your turn to call. My vegetable patch needs plowing.
That's actually really smart. Just, God damn it. Like, did they chop your firewood? Yeah. Do me next. What should I tell them? Oil. Say I have oil.
See, I am hiding diamonds in vegetable patch. Okay, completely shut down the game, restarted it, and I'm back in now.
I was gonna say, like, you could just see them, like, being, like, really excited to. Of course, nowadays you could probably do that with, like, a few governing bodies now.
Yeah.
Hello, ICE? Yes. Yeah, my neighbor has, like, illegal immigrants hiding in this huge pile of firewood behind his house. Can you, like, go check it out? They literally could do this. Like,
Yeah.
it actually works a little too well.
It's like, hey, ICE, my neighbor has a bunch of green cards he's stored in his firewood. A bunch of fake green cards and IDs for illegals coming across the border started in his firewood.
Dude, did they come over?
Yep, they chopped all my firewood for me.
Okay, do me next. Say I have, a hidden bunker for illegals under my basement. I need it redone. I wonder if they realize that they're like not like the top brass, but like the people working for them.
Some probably do, some probably take great pride in it.
The ones that take great pride in it better not ever go onto Tumblr because, dear God, their brains would break. Let's see.
So, okay, a couple of them. Yeah, cat progress is out the window. I mean, it's not that they made it like overwhelmingly difficult or anything. But it still feels kind of harsh that you lose all progress if you miss a day.
Where is the... Striped hat and a... I like this. What? On the pink back. Better.
The Cuckoo Attack Squad, yeah. If anybody shows up wearing green, they might just have a fear panic attack. Just on principle.
The Cuckoo Attack Squad?
Uh-huh.
The hell is that?
That's our chickens now.
Oh. I got very confused.
So which pond was the cat near? Do you remember?
I
If you're
don't know.
looking at it on the map. F10 is photo mode, huh? Neat. That pond.
I'm kind of proud of myself taking this plunge about the D&D thing. Like, I may actually meet new people, and I may actually D&D group, and I may do something new by myself with no help.
Hmm.
Because I am very bad at that kind of thing, and I don't know why. I have a good therapist that encourages me to do things. And I'm jumping on the trampoline because why not? And I haven't did a pink back. But yeah. This is such a cute game. Just the only thing right now I'd fix, like, mechanically, is the camera, because it keeps spinning around if you stand still, and that's not really a good thing.
Yeah, the idle time isn't the best. And the fact that if you grab something and the game pauses a second, it still tracks your mouse movements and will snap the camera to right where it is.
Yeah, that's a little jarring. But, you know.
Okay, the kitty's all the way up here.
Boing, boing. I mean, it's kind of funny when you're on the trampoline, but... And if people like it, maybe just have a way of toggling it. because sometimes like toggling it's the best bet as opposed to just getting rid of it completely.
Yeah, or at least, you know, give it a longer idle animation.
Yeah.
Longer time before it kicks in the idle. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could, though. I wouldn't mind having a riding hippo myself.
Didn't I try that?
You were trying it with bears.
I was doing it with the hippos too.
I remember you were doing it with the bears, were the main ones. I was like, don't poke the bears.
Yes, I was doing it with the bears too. I want every animal under my...
And they may we may eventually get that at some point. See, I'm not leaving out the fact that there is a very real chance that they could
implement that.
Yep.
Nobody's here is cold enough unless they have like a winter thing where it's like I am getting dizzy looking at me on the trampoline. Ugh.
Penguins? I don't think I've seen the penguins. Maybe I haven't, just don't remember. You know, I hate to say it, but they probably should change the recipe for bait to be more than one insect.
Yeah, we have way too much bait.
It's like we've just got a chest full of the stuff. And we weren't even trying.
Yeah. Like maybe 3 insects?
Yeah, maybe. 3 insects to make a bait.
I mean, I get what they were trying to do because, you know, they're probably people who, oh, I can't get no Stardew Valley or something.
Yeah. But with Stardew Valley, they literally didn't make it where you get insects. You know, you didn't get the, you know, insects from everything you did.
True.
With this, just about every piece of wood you collect has insects attached to it. All the grass, the shrubs, the bushes, the trees. You get insects from everything.
Always fun.
So if you're just trying to get plant fiber for paper, you're going to get a bunch of insects with it.
Yep. And that is really weird.
And the thing is, Stardew Valley could have technically had you get an insect or two off of just about everything you did, just like this game does.
But it didn't.
Especially with that one event where you learn how to clean off the freaking onions.
Yeah.
That's an event that happens, and suddenly every time you pick any forage off the ground or out of the ground, you get a couple of insects that you can turn into insect meat, which you can turn into fish bait, you know?
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of love that little event.
I mean, the event's not bad. Don't get me wrong. But it's just the fact that that event could also serve a purpose into getting you more fish bait. You know? Yeah, gliding off the tower is a bunch of fun.
I know.
That's the thing that kills me. This game did so many things right, and it's only in alpha. Just the implementation of the trampoline alone, I think.
Which I'm still on, by the way.
I see that.
I had to look away from the screen. I was getting busy, like, instead of doing the sword thing, and... Why? Why is, like, a bunch of things on the... What happened?
I don't know.
The stone storage went crazy.
Did it?
Yeah, it's like all on the ground. I'm picking it up now.
Hmm.
We blew up the stone storage.
I don't know. I didn't actually see it blown up.
Well, not blow up, but like everything was all over the ground in front of it. It was putting it back. I'm being good. I fixed it. Also, if you're gonna spoil me for my birthday, you got me a Mimikyu plush.
Ah.
It's so cute!
Actually, it didn't have fishing until recently. Just to put that out there, the fishing is a recent addition.
I'm going to use up some of the bait today I have and fish. Yeesh.
Yeesh.
And I just caught a cow!
You should stop trying to fish in the cow pen then.
I was picking up a dandelion!
likely story.
No, it really is what happened. Didn't see it in time. Oh well, we have plenty of bait.
Rabbit progress is going okay. I don't think I'm very far from getting a couple of them to follow me home. Of course, I am like feeding like 10 of them or something right now, some ridiculous number.
I caught a bottle. That's worth like what, 1 coin in the shop?
I caught a rock.
Means you picked it up off the ground. I was told to get over that Halloween convention where a guy drove around handing out rocks and had to say the line, I caught a rock.
Yeah, tomorrow, the next day should be me leading basically just a fleet of bunnies.
I want to sell the bottles. Recycling duties for Stardew Valley where you can actually recycle them.
Yeah, pretty much all these rabbits are like on the... Tomorrow is their full bar day.
Got a red and a blue snapper.
Yeah, you get to be on recycling duty if they put that in the game.
I'm already on fishing duty right now because that's what I'm doing.
I did fishing yesterday.
I'm doing it today because I just felt like it. Like, why not? It's something a little less. And plus, the camera. At least they have the camera fixed when you fish a little bit.
I have real life cats. In this case, one real life cat howling at my door.
Is it a little black cat?
No, this is the tortoiseshell.
So, Pounce.
Nope, Zelda.
Oh, Zelda. Oh, Zelda.
Sir Pounce is the gray tabby. Gray striped tabby.
The reason I bother catching the soggy paper, which you just throw it. Hello, hello, Zelda.
So you heard that one, did you?
A little bit.
She's not loud.
I heard something and I figured it was a cat.
A gold dust mollyfish.
You get to catch that one.
No, that's what I just caught.
That is interesting. I'm guessing we're gonna sell it.
I'm kind of scared to sell it. I'm afraid it might get asked for a quest.
Haven't done that many fishing quests yet. I heard that, a little squeak.
Mm-hmm. That was accompanied by launching her, basically doing her version of a jump, which is just kind of lifting up on both back legs and letting all her weight fall on her front paws into your leg.
So basically she's in your lap now.
No, she's not. She does this from the ground and then expects you just to reach down and pet her. Because she will not jump in my lap when I'm at the computer.
God, she's like Link.
She will jump up in my lap at other times. I have a second chair in this room, which I, have plugged in near the hairdryer and all that. So I'm not trying to dry my hair next to the PC or anything like that.
Makes sense.
But it's a chair in one corner of the room where I dry my hair and brush it out and all that. And if I sit down in this chair, then Zelda will hop up in my lap. Made a second rabbit hutch, huh? We might need it. So I'm pretty sure I've got 9 rabbits.
Let's see. Butterball will just jump in my lap. Stripes will wander around in front of me on the computer. Pete will just bug me wherever he can. He'll sneak up behind me. He'll jump back. He'll computer tower. He'll sit in front of me. Link will sit on the floor and let me pet him from the floor. And if I'm in my bed, Pete and Link will sleep on me. Butterball will cuddle up next to me, and Stripes will either try to eat my toes or just be annoying. Or he'll cuddle up with me. Or he'll bang on the damn mirror.
Oddly enough, the cats will generally leave me alone for bedtime. Generally.
Not mine.
Unless they're hungry, then they will just kind of surround me and take turns patting my face with their paw till I wake up.
Wake up, 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 wake up.
Something like that, yeah. Something very similar to that, yes.
Pete and Lincoln won't try to wake me up. They understand I need. They'll just, sleep with me because they like me. Butterball will lick me. Stripes will bang on the mirror or meow or paw at me. Just something. Then after I feed them, this is the interesting part. Usually I'll go, depending on the time of day, I may go to the computer, or because it's been kind of cold lately, I've been going to my room and just kind of going to my phone and, keeping warm in there. And they will come to me. Apparently, if you leave it, it'll catch fish too. They will come to me and they will thank me. Pete will, nuzzle at me. Link will walk on me and love on me. Stripes will nuzzle me. Butterball will just flop next to me and love on me. Ooh, I caught a gold dust mollyfish!
You too, huh?
Yes. So now I don't have to play a quicker game with this now. Just kind of sit back and relax.
I also caught a silver bellyfish.
I remember seeing, I think, a bunch of those on the Shore Sound after Hurricane Hugo. My parents took me there and walked with me there, and I actually tried to help the fish. I was putting them back in the water. Because I felt so bad for them. And, they told me, the hurricane is what put them up, so I was trying to help them. There was a dude fishing, and I got mad at him because he was hurting me. fish.
Yeah.
Again, Hurricane Hugo was what, 89?
I don't remember the exact year.
You know, it was like in the 80s or 90s, so I was like maybe 10 maximum when it happened. I know, look at us.
10 days till milk, huh?
89. Okay, I was right. So yeah, 89, I actually, noting that it was like a month before my birthday, 89, I was like about 6 when it happened. So, little 6-year-old me was trying to help the fish. And the day before the hurricane hit, I was actually trying to it. Yes, I was a weird child.
Eh.
No, I don't know what made me think that would work. But it's like some weird memory I had. It's just chilling. I have a very happy cat sleeping on my computer tower.
It's nice and warm there.
I don't know the warm is. My bed's actually warmer. He wants to be near me.
Well, yeah, but that's also
A warm, out of
Yep.
the way spot. Preference, main point, out of the way. Probably do some more fishing tomorrow. AKA, let's try to use up the bait.
Yep. And now the cats that were hollering to get in earlier have decided they wanted out.
I'll put the fish in the other chest because I've got a bunch. Bottles, I don't know.
That was some quick disappearing seaweed.
Throw out the ever useless paper.
My cow standing next to me watching me fish. Is it a white and a brown? Because I should have both. I should have both mixed in with all the rabbits I was feeding. Tomorrow I might have a flood of bunnies coming back home with me.
I can get one more fish before bed. I just...
I think my roommate is going to be forever slightly annoyed with me because both of the cats I had when she moved in
Yeah?
taught her cats to speak up.
Oops.
Because when she moved in, her cats barely meowed. Like at all. You might get the occasional squeak out of them. But my two cats were noisy as hell. Including the one that died recently. Who, basically was just meow. Meow. Just had one of those old, just a cranky old lady voice, we called it.
Ah, yes. I had a calico like...
But through my cats, my roommate's cats have all learned how to vocalize.